Hello everyone. Today is 6th of March 2025. Our topic is planet and their cycle and their favorite zodiac. So, what are the planetary action on the zodiac? How it occurs? Let us see in this lesson. Let us start with the first planet, that is Sun. So right now the Sun is in Gemini. So Sun is a planet and its zodiac is Leo. So it has a very powerful connection when it is at the Leo sign. Sun in Hindi we say as in Surya, Leo in Hindi we say as in Singh. So when Surya is in Singh Rashi, then it is the most powerful planet. It is very important of the Sun, the cycle of the Sun. In geocentric, we would consider as 365 days of the cycle of the Sun. Annual and 6 month cycle are quite important. So, if I would tell you that this is 21st of March, where you can see 21st March, 21st June, 22nd September, and 21st December. These four dates are very important in our stock market as it comprises for the sun cycle. Now, let's talk for the next planet. Our next planet is Moon. We will not say Moon as our planet because Moon we considered as an economic catalyst planet, and the aspect of Sun and Moon are here. That what you can see here. Don't worry, we will talk about aspect in later lessons. So I am hiding it, and let's talk about the Moon. The Moon comes under the zodiac of the Cancer, and it is the economic catalyst planet. In generally, Moon remains 2 to 2.5 days in one zodiac. So it is very good for the day trader for the Moon aspect. In Moon cycle, generally you would see every month you would see two aspects. One named as apogee and other name as perigee. We will talk it about later. We will talk it about later that what are the impact of apogee and perigee in the stock market. Next, our planet is Mercury. Mercury planet is under the sign of Gemini and Virgo. Mercury cycle is a very important cycle as it has only 88 days cycle. So approximately 7 to 8 days it lies in one zodiac. Mercury is also a retrograde planet when we are seeing it in a geocentric. So the retrograde movement of the Mercury will occur around 3 to 4 times in an year, in which we would see the volatility and the trend change in the planets. In the stock market, we would be able to understand the Mercury cycle in more details. Next planet is our Venus. Venus is the planet for money. But let us talk about first again something about Mercury. Mercury, the sign for the Mercury is Gemini and Virgo. So when the Mercury is at Gemini and Mercury is at Virgo, it gives a very good impact in the stock market, especially in the communication and the technology sector. Now our next planet is Venus. So Venus is for money, for wealth. The zodiac of the Venus is Taurus and Libra. So it is very effective when it comes under the Taurus and Libra zodiac. Generally, the Venus stays 24 to 100 days in one zodiac. When it changes its zodiac, it gives a high impact in the volatility. Mercury is known for its volatility, prosperity, beauty and harmony. So Venus. So Venus also gives a good impact in the stock market. Next planet is our Mars. The Mars is in Aries sign. So the tower of the Mars is Aries and Scorpio. So it gives a very good result in the stock market. It always triggers for or initiative of the event when it changes its zodiac. Now, Sun, I am hiding it. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I am hiding it all. Ceres is not our planet, it is a dwarf planet, so we will consider Jupiter as the planet. So, if you would see the Jupiter is very interesting planet and it has a very good impact in the market. Again, I would tell you about the Mars. The Mars planet over here, the very important cycle of the Mars is Mars and Saturn cycle. It appears after every cycle period of 2 years, where you would see the market volatility. When there is a aspect of Mars and Saturn in the stock market, like there are so many aspects. If you would see here as an aspect to conjunction, semi-sextile, semi-square, sextile, quadrature, trine, sexy-square, equinox, opposition. So these can be formed with Mars and Saturn. So Mars and Saturn cycle is a very commonly used cycle in the stock market and it has a very good impact. Generally, it shows the market volatility, market downtrend, and the conflicts in the stock market. When it changes from one zodiac to another, it shows the sudden movement, changes in investor sentiment. Now let's talk about the Jupiter, that what we earlier did. So here is your Jupiter planet. If you would see right now, the Jupiter is in Gemini and it is about to change its zodiac from Gemini to Cancer. So basically Jupiter zodiac is Sagittarius. When the Jupiter is in Sagittarius, it has its highest position, it has its highest powerful variant. Jupiter means big money, financial growth, prosperity. It has a very good prosperity in terms of the stock market. The famous cycle of the Jupiter is Jupiter-Saturn cycle, where you can see the expansion and the contraction of the stock market. This cycle happens 20 years of every cycle period of the time. So after 20 years, you would see the Jupiter and Saturn cycle. Jupiter is also the first planet of the outer zone of our planet. Inner planets and outer planets I have explained in my previous video. So Jupiter is a big planet and it resembles a big impact in the stock market. Another planet is a Saturn planet. Saturn is a very interesting planet and it appears around 2.5 years for each zodiac. So in every zodiac, Saturn remains for 2.5 years. The zodiac for the Saturn is Capricorn. If you would see, here is the Capricorn. When the Saturn would come over here, it has a basically large impact on the stock market. Generally, there was a saying that fear in Saturn and support in Jupiter. So when there is a big trend, then there must be impact of the Jupiter, and where is a big downtrend, there is the impact of Saturn. Now the next planet is Uranus. Uranus has the 84-year cycle and in each zodiac it has the time period of 7 years. Generally, the famous cycle of W.D. Gann was the wheat cycle. It depends on the Uranus. Uranus zodiac is Aquarius. Our next planet is the Neptune planet. Neptune is the last planet, and the famous cycle for the Neptune is Neptune and Pluto cycle, which occurs every 400 years ago. So after every cycle period of 400 years, there would be a cycle of Neptune and a Pluto. It is a very big negative conflicts and negative things would be happening in the stock market when there is a Neptune and Pluto cycle. Neptune occurs 14 years in each zodiac and it is a negative sign. The zodiac of the Neptune is Pisces. In Pisces zodiac, it has a very powerful impact when the Neptune is in Pisces. Next planet is our Pluto. Pluto zodiac is Scorpio and it has around 248 years to complete its one cycle. So you will never see the Pluto again in your lifetime on the same zodiac. Same is in case of Neptune. So this is the planet and the impact of the zodiac on the planets. The aspect wise, if we would see, so there are so many aspects which can be seen in the stock market. So here I have placed each and every planet, and if I would see the aspect, so see there are a lot of aspects. For those aspects, like see here is the Saturn and Neptune conjunction. If you would see semi-sextile between Saturn and Venus, there is a semi-sextile. So it also gives an impact. So why these things are being happening and what are the effects of the stock market as per the aspect, that we will study in our next session.